Welcome, everyone. You know I just had to cover Level Earth Observer's Tosh and pantomime regarding Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin going into space. Let's just jump right into it and see what Adam thinks rocket launches really are first.
And why not start here? A recent launch by Blue Origin, which essentially shows us a CGI glitch out on the top of the rocket here. Strange though that the commentator ADERIN, who also happens to be the sales director, doesn't mention the CGI glitch out on the top of her rocket. Very strange that. Let's have a quick look. Pay particular attention, if you haven't seen it before, to the top of the rocket here, as in a few seconds it's going to glitch out.
Oh yeah, look at her go. Mission Control has confirmed new...
Oh, you must be so proud of that CGI rocket, ADERIN. So proud. Problem is, when we come back, my dear, it seems to be glitching out there. It's almost as if it's a CGI rocket.
Why would someone who Leo thinks is tricking the public into thinking they are sending a rocket with people into space use such a bad CGI rendering? Of course, it's a simple digital signal glitch just like this one. I guess all that we see on TV never really happened with real people. It's all just CGI with NPCs or non-player characters. In this next clip, you will see something odd about the woman's eyes. However, when you look at it frame by frame, the woman's face is hardly moving, but her eyes are blinking fast, and the digital signal can't process the data fast enough, thus her weird-looking eyes. You and I know this, but this doesn't stop people like Leo from using it to show how NASA and other space agencies, public or private, are faking rocket launches and use it as one factor in showing how NASA is supposedly faking what goes on in the ISS. Dear oh dear. Okay, with that out of the way, let's play Leo's Blue Origin Tosh and Pantomime review video titled Flat Earth, the Blue Origin Space Tourism Review.
Last week we saw Richard Branson's high altitude zero-G plane pretend to be a spacecraft. This week we got Blue Origin and their participation in the space tourism charade. I'm not going to bore you with the takeoff footage, nothing exciting, nothing revealing there.
Why? Could it be that that there wasn't a digital glitch for you to exploit this time?
But what we have got is hot off the press footage from inside the rocket, the juicy bits, the bits I wanted to see. So let's have a look.
For giving us your impressions, but let's see it with our own eyes. I'd like to roll the tape of what it was like in the crew cabin.
I'm just going to pause it there before the space pantomime begins. Any curvature we see here is optical and not physical. These guys have proven that before on their test runs, their successful test runs, mimicking what we're seeing here. And I'll show you that in a second. But also of note, the horizon which we're seeing here, let's choose the middle window. That horizon there which is appearing at eye level.
No, the horizon is not at eye level, nor can we really see the curve in this particular shot. Those windows are too narrow to see the curve of the Earth from the video viewer's perspective anyway. We do know the cameras are up above the windows as shown here, and they are looking down on the cabin. Also, we can see the ship is tilted to one side.
According to the globe mathematics, that horizon should be over 120 miles below eye level. Something to think about. But first let me just show you that this curvature we see here is optical and not physical. Here I've blended an image from supposed space 66 miles up and an image from the ground from one of the successful launches of Blue Origin, mimicking the flight we're going to see very shortly. And the curvature we see, strangely enough, in space is exactly the same as the curvature at ground level, as I'll show you right now. Ground, space, ground. So they've already shown us here with their previous test runs that any curvature we're going to see is optical and not physical. They've proven that with the same amount of curve at ground level as supposedly at 66 miles up. So we thank them in advance for that.
The views in Leo's blink test are from the same camera, but one is conveniently cropped. We don't know at what altitude the capsules are in either screenshot. And again, those windows are too narrow to detect curve from the vantage point of the video viewer, not to mention the capsule was curved, so the windows are not in a straight line. He really needs to practice his pantomime because it's complete tosh.
So knowing that any curve we're going to see is optical and not physical, and according to the globe maths, the horizon is supposedly over 120 miles below eye level, that only leaves us with one thing to enjoy: a bit of space propaganda pantomime. So take it away, guys.
Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. That's incredible. To space.
Unbelievable.
Is it everything you thought it would be? Here, look. Oliver. Just a little.
That's great!
Is it? I didn't think so. I noticed you're all clowning around here, putting on a show, but no one's actually looking out the window. If I was up there, I'd be looking out the window. I'd be face glued to the window, looking around, having a good old gander. But this seems like it's all a show, a game. Who would have thought?
So all he would do is look out the window? He wouldn't partake in some floating action fun first, if at all? Dear, oh dear. What a wasted opportunity that would be.
Move your head a little while I flash.
Oh yeah! Hi Mom! I love it!
Oh wow.
I'm not impressed at all. I know the curvature's optical. All I've seen is a bunch of clowns jumping around, almost like on a propaganda shoot. A publicity shot. Oh, hang on a minute here. You're pushing the space tourism charade, which is out of reach for most anyway. And of course it pushes the globe lie, which is scientifically impossible anyway, I may add.
Look at the blackness of space. Unbelievable.
So he keeps saying, but he never shows actual evidence of the globe scientifically being impossible. All we get are his charades and snippets from videos with his made-up commentary of what he thinks is going on from longer videos that refute his tosh and pantomime. Clearly ridiculous.
Here, catch.
Still no one's looking out the window. Now we're getting the party tricks from the space shuttle program.
They are still having fun being able to float around in that tiny cabin. And the ball slowly went up when it was thrown.
Interesting.
Yeah, ding dong balls. Ready? Here it comes. Yeah, you just have to wait for it. Who wants a Skittle?
Oh yeah. Turn one.
With your arm, and I'm going to pull you down. Alright, see if you can catch this in your mouth. Yeah!
This is how desperate it's got for these people, and no doubt people will come and defend this. Videos will be made, and clearly it's ridiculous, just like the globe at this point in time. Sorry, you're free to believe whatever you want, but yeah, the days of any kind of discussion about the subject of the shape of the earth are long gone, yet alone people thinking there's a debate. Have a word with yourself, will ya? Clearly, look at it, look at the state of it.
Gee, I saw Wally Funk looking out the window. Adam said nothing about the orange ball bouncing around the cabin going in all directions except down. Dear, oh dear. The shape of the earth is what comports with reality, and that is a sphere. Or more specifically, an oblate spheroid.
Well done! Here, toss me one. Let me try.
Here it goes. No, I'm sorry, mid fast.
Here, try again.
I can't get it up. I got you.
wow. No, awesome.
He coming. Oh.
He's so good.
Still no one's looked out the window. It's all a big show.
We don't know how long they were up there floating around. And as I said, Wally Funk looked out the window. I am sure they all had their faces glued to the windows going up and coming down. You know, he really sounds like he wants to be up there with them.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Finally, someone's looking out the window. Getting tired from all that performing, no doubt.
This is incredible. Enjoy that.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh, wow.
Man, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
different, isn't it?
It's a little different. I cannot.
Oh, wow. Guys, take a moment to look outside.
Wonderful.
Woo! So we had a curve that was optical, a horizon that should have been 120 miles below eye level, and a load of space shuttle party tricks chucked in. Woo! Sorry, not impressed. Clearly ridiculous, just like the globe. The game's up, lads. Dear oh.
Finally, he saw someone looking through a window. I hope he feels better now. Oh my, Leo's reviews are amusing, aren't they? Yes, space tourism will be out of reach for the average person. That is probably why he is always poo-pooing space. Thank you for sharing and watching my playlists and videos. My watch hours are slowly going up. I will get there in time, and I really, really appreciate everyone's support. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.